To me, Jack Nicholson is the greatest actor that ever lived. And if I had to answer the question about who my favorite actor would be, it would also be Jack Nicholson. But the reason I say that Jack is the best actor around is for one simple reason, and one reason that no other actor can really say about themselves. And this is when you see Jack Nicholson, you don't see the artifice of acting. You don't see a method to his work, and there's never a wall up to separate the performer from the performance, or the actor from the audience. All that you see is the most fascinating man, a man who is intrinsically interesting anytime you see him on the screen. He can play any type of character in his own way. He never had to change anything about himself and his roles. And he's done every type of genre that you can think of. He's done comedies, dramas, he's done horror films, mystery films. He's played lunatics. He's often considered to be a little loony. But to me, he is the most realistic, the most human of all the actors. And whatever situation he's in, he is that character. He has every color of the chameleon. And some actors, well, most of the great stars have their reputations precede them. But I don't think Jack has ever, even if he's been in a few films that are less than what you would expect from a star of his caliber, I don't think he's ever given a bad performance or one that was too over the top or out of left field. To me, he always feels authentic. And we can look at the Al Pacinos and the De Niros and Daniel Day-Lewis, and all of those guys are method actors, and they do everything they can to become that character, but Jack never had to do any of those things. He never had to put on weight or put on makeup or put on an accent. I think the only time he ever had anything close to a disguise was when he did the Joker. And even then, he wasn't so much like Heath Ledger's Joker. He never had to use all the excessive makeup. That was more part of his performance. That was more part of the gag. But he didn't need that to be scary. He didn't need that to be terrifying in that role. So you can compare him to the older actors like Cary Grant or James Stewart, who you went to see because they had so much appeal. They were sort of like the everyman, very charming, that no matter what situation they were in or what character they played, you just loved them because there's something about them that made you see something in yourself that you wouldn't see every day. To me, he's just the most interesting, the most fascinating. He's just the coolest actor that there's ever been. I don't know anyone else that has been enduring as Jack Nicholson.